This podcast contains graphic descriptions that might not be suitable for all audiences. Content warnings are listed in the description.
Can you hear it? Those tides ever turning, lapping reed-lined shores along harbor lines in places never seen. The people there, happy and proud, now buried under mud. The horseshoe crab, who hides beneath armor plate, cannot right itself when flipped on his nose till the tide comes to wash him away. I hope you make it back to those waters.
I don't like it.
Dude, these cold opens are such vibes.
Guys, I hope we make it too.
Are we the horseshoe crab?
I like horseshoe crabs.
It came from a land of brutality and evil. It came from terror and fear.
I hear you in a whisper, calling me through the reeds. The wind sweeps, the waves bury me. Blood and dirt, flesh and rain, it's mud all the same. Before rivers, before bones, old like the marshlands, old like the marshlands, old like the marshlands when they heard their name.
Sing for a broad, trained sting that shall not be spoken.
I'm not a stupid isopod.
You are a stupid isopod, because welcome back to Blood on the Reeds, everybody! Oh, man, I hope people are excited for
Always.
an episode.
All your questions will be answered.
Every single one this time. Guys, you
please?
have a question, think of it on your mind. We're going to answer it this session.
They're
Anywho,
lying.
the one who's going to be answering those questions, Casey Reardon.
Hi, I play Elmer Fink. And if you're taking a little imbibement of those spirits, although I am a federal agent, so you're not supposed to be doing that, but also I don't really give a shit. Go ahead and pour a little out for the spirits there. You're going to want to satisfy them and don't want to be haunted by those hates.
Special guest, Nate Brass.
Well, howdy, interwebians. I play Chet, the swamp wizard.
Seth Coveyou.
Hi, I'm Paul.
Actually, it's
He
Carl.
died again?
It's Carl, actually. It's Carl. Oh, my God. Andrew Frost.
My name is Vernon Hodges, and this reminds me of the time President Roosevelt and I were in Cuba, and I watched him wrestle a Madre de Aguas.
Oh,
I'm so
right.
happy that's canon. I'm so happy that's canon. Because he's going to show up in this episode. Rachel Kordell.
I play Laura Turner, and okay, so maybe I hit my chin. Was that there before? Has no one noticed?
Yeah, you have a lovely new scar on your face.
That goes down to my, would you say, collarbone?
Yes, it goes from the top of your bottom lip down all your chin to where your scar is.
And no one noticed that before? That's
It wasn't
crazy.
there before. All right, shall we talk about what happened last time?
Let's do it.
Explain, maybe? Give us some more
You
info.
all entered into a sugar pine forest, which marshes don't have trees, but there are pockets of trees amongst the marshlands in the Chesapeake Bay. Typically, those are sugar pine, which are not a native species, but they have come to basically be native. But anywho, a sugar pine forest suddenly appeared in front of you as if it was always there, those tall pine trees looming over you. And a road opened up before you with the smell of chicken wafting out of all things. The group entered in and met with a strange but oddly friendly figure who you discovered to be a powerful and ancient deity called the Man at the Crossroads, who is always a good person to run into. He provided you a safe place to sleep, albeit not the most comfortable, as most of you had to just simply sleep on the ground. That night, though, after enjoying some chicken with the Man at the Crossroads, they were met with apparitions, strange visions, and maybe some very real figures. Chet talked to his grandma, Elmer spoke with some ghosts, Laura was berated by owls, John saw his family, and Vernon saw a familiar face by the campfire. I think we'll just dive right back in. It is early morning. The sun has not crested over the edge of the sky yet, but it's that like twilight hour. It's the morning twilight. So, maybe like 5 a.m. or somewhere along those lines. That fire is still going strong despite no logs being added to it and no tending that you could see visibly, as the Man at the Crossroads is gone now. He's nowhere to be seen. Vernon, you had sat down next to that fire to sort of collect your thoughts and maybe finally have a moment to yourself when you felt a presence next to you and you looked down to see a young girl, maybe 8 or 10. She has green, brownish hair that is stringy and almost looks like seagrass. If you really had to associate it with anything, she's in a white dress. Her eyes are too large, giving her this sort of uncanny valley kind of appearance to her. And her top lip is bright orange and her bottom lip is jet black. Her skin extremely pale, and you can see there's almost a crack running along one of her cheeks and along her forehead, as if she has almost a shell to her. And she looked up at you and said simply, "I think I hurt you."
What do you mean, child?
I am confused most times. I understand some connections, but not quite those between you and ones of your like. But I think I took someone that was once yours. Empathy and emotion run so deep between all of you. Yet it is foreign to me, but it is all of me. And she grows a little quiet after that.
Yeah? Come sit next to me.
She is already next to you.
What's your name, child?
There is no need for one.
I could see how that could be true. However, when connecting with others, it helps to have a moniker to go by.
I have been called it and her. Will that suffice?
Well, what do you like?
She doesn't say anything, but you simply hear the sounds of water lapping against a shoreline. A laughing gull giving its familiar call, and the sound of wind rustling through reeds, and a splash of something finishing a hunt.
Well, that's a little tricky to translate. How about we just call you Ocean? No, that's silly. How's Bailey?
If you wish, that is fine.
Well, do you like it?
Needs and wants are not something that I quite understand. But if it is something that you and someone here wants, then of course I shall accept it.
Well, you see, in life, it's not about what others want, especially based upon what you do. So it's really dependent on you.
Then I will be known as Bailey, and you have given me a name.
Well, it's very nice to meet you, Bailey. My name's Vernon,
Yes,
but my friends call me Vern if you'd like to, too.
I will, Vern. I will. Now, I believe I took something from you. Is there something you are looking for?
Well, it seems to me that my son is in great danger or has already encountered great danger.
Yes,
Perhaps you know something about it?
yes. I believe he met with the man known as Theach. James Theach is what they call him. A terrible thing, a blight, if you will. He is my reason for being here, though not here, but all of here. It is confusing, and it is odd, but I must obey, and I am sorry that I was an instrument in taking your William.
It's not your fault. You didn't do it on your own accord. You didn't make the decision. You are as much of a victim as my son, as myself. And I'm sorry that he made you do that.
I think the closest I can get to understand is the feeling of a shoreline as it is erased with those pushing of powerful water. And still, I am sorry. Do you plan to come after him?
If possible, I would like to. What will happen if I do?
You will be met with an impossible task. He is protected and can know no pain, as well as I have to answer his beck and call, and my connection to the monster. Well, they call it a monster, but it is so much more than that.
Do they have a name?
As I do, there is no need for one. We are connected, and through that connection, Theach controls. And with that, he controls the island and its people, using them as his personal stock.
I see. I appreciate you coming to see me. And I appreciate your kindness in expressing your apology. I'll figure out what I can do. You shouldn't have to be victim to the tyranny of a foolard. Are you hungry? Can I give you something to eat?
That is kind, but I do not eat the way you do. I do not consume the way you do. But I believe I understand what that kindness means to offer that. So, as you said, thank you. I cannot stay any longer. I can feel his call. He knows I have left. And he will know that I have spoken to you. And for that, I am sorry.
No need for apology. Truly. It was very nice to meet you.
In that moment, without another word, you blink and she is gone. And you are sat by the fire alone as it crackles away. Unless you get everyone up, I think it is in about another hour or two until others awaken. You all had strange dreams, visions, perhaps real, perhaps not. It's not quite sure, but to say that any of you got a restful night of sleep would be a bold-faced lie, despite the safety of the crossroads. If people would like to take a recovery, they will only be able to roll twice on their recovery rather than gaining a full recovery from the 10-hour rest.
Can we quickly describe what a recovery roll is
Yes.
for our
so
listeners?
in this game, there are
listeners
4
don't
levels
know.
of recovery for regaining your stat pools. Somebody with the sheet in front of me, read off what the 4 levels are.
1 action, 1 hour, 10 minutes, and 10 hours. Why did I
Exactly.
do it out of order? Because fuck you, I do what I want.
Yeah. So, by resting and using recovery, you can use each of those once until you take the 10-hour recovery. You will not be getting a 10-hour recovery. You will be able to use 2 of those to gain back your stat pools.
It does say that you get 1d6 plus a modifier. What would that modifier be?
So that additional modifier is going to be your tier level. Each of you are tier 1, other than Vernon, who is tier 2.
All right.
So yeah, you're all going to roll 2d6 plus 2, Vernon plus 4. And then you'll be able to spread those out amongst your pools, however you want.
Fully max out on just one roll. I rolled a 6 on the die, plus 1 is 7.
Great.
My max pool is 15. So
Then
do
only
I just
check
need
off
to check
one
off
of
one?
those.
Cool.
Yep, just check off one.
Great.
I think I am maxed. And so that means I can keep one of my recovery rolls.
If you only rolled 1 dice, you get to keep 1 and only check 1 off.
Okay, cool. Thank you for giving me the dumb explanation because I was like, what?
So everyone did a little bit of resting, and hopefully you guys can get a 10-hour. And at some point to fully recover, but for right now, you have not. However, you all wake up and see that the path across from where you guys had walked from will lead out of the trees now. You can see the marshland beyond it, and it's almost as if you're just kind of in a normal patch of sugar pines now.
I think as we wake up at this point as well, Elmer just kind of stretches a little bit. Like his was, like you said, not super restful, but at the same time, a little bit, refreshing, at least for the soul. And he looks at everybody and notices a new scar on Laura.
So before we even get to that, I think Laura kind of notices it herself. Like this time she's waking up and being like, I am awake now. And immediately she puts her hand to her chest and traces the line up her lip. And I think with eyes wide is when she would turn back to everyone, hand lightly grazing it, and make eye contact, perhaps with Elmer. Saying nothing. Just kind of eyes wide.
That wasn't... Laura, what happened last night?
What happened?
You seem to have another scar going on. Are you all right?
I don't. Was this not there the whole time?
No.
She just kind of shifts her eyes into the middle distance as she is just kind of processing, trying to come up with some kind of some kind of formulation of like, well, yeah, maybe I scratched something. Like, again, she's not saying this verbally, but in her head, it's kind of going, well, maybe I fell, maybe, I don't know, maybe something happened and maybe I just didn't realize, maybe it was like a fine scratch that is like caved in. And she's just, her eyes are kind of like shifting back and forth as she's kind of like in her head thinking and feeling this scar on her.
I don't think it's anything to worry about. You probably just slept on it funny.
Her eyes shift right there.
Or maybe you're metamorphosizing into a Mothman. No.
Excuse me?
Kid, you got some
your
silly
body
ideas.
looks like it's peeling off your face, your skin, and
Excuse me? Does it look that bad? And she like goes back in on it again.
Oh, dear creature preacher.
Yeah.
As someone who's trained in like mythology and has a lot of experience about these things, is this kind of ringing any bell?
Why don't you go ahead and give me a sort of lore roll, just a knowledge, lore, knowledge, mythology, knowledge, if you have anything that you think would relate to that. And we will call this I think this is just a challenge rating 3. Do you have anything that can ease that?
I mean, I'm trained in history and mythology.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so ease it by, so you need to roll above a 6.
And I got a 9.
Oh, you got a 9. Okay, great. Their transformation is all over the place in lore and mythology and story and folklore. It could be some sort of curse. It could be that she's changing into a creature. I mean, she allegedly came back from the dead, and that might be having some repercussions on her in some unknown way. You don't know what this could be specifically, but you would guess that this is of the supernatural.
And is it reminiscent of the girl that I was just speaking to?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
Reminiscent in the way that, they're both freaks. But
Wow.
not in, the girl didn't have any scars, and the girl had cracks running along her, whereas Laura has what looks like an indent in her skin running down to that huge jagged scar.
Okay. And I remain quiet, I guess.
Maybe it is. I slept on it funny. Maybe it'll go away.
You're still gonna deny stuff. All right, that's fine.
It could be anything.
Listen, if there's one thing I've learned from the mission that I went on previously, when you ignore things that seem to be going wrong, they tend to go away. Right?
I'm not ignoring it. I'm just saying that it's probably okay.
You said it's probably going to go away. That's what you said. So
All right, no need for any back and forth. We'll keep an eye on things. We'll see if anything else happens.
I do trust your judgment, Vernon.
Do you feel okay, Miss Turner?
That is a great question. How do I feel?
You feel, groggy from a hard night's sleep.
Other than poorly rested.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know. Did you have the chicken last night?
I did eat the chicken. Mm-hmm.
Okay, then. So you're probably not super hungry. You might be able to eat a little bit. But otherwise, you feel fine.
Great. She kind of pats the rest of herself for weird scars or indents, and she's like, I don't hurt. I feel okay. Chipper, alive. Nothing crazy.
Oh, all right. Well, that bodes well. I'll keep an eye on the situation. Hopefully it stays that way. How about everybody else?
Nah, I didn't sleep good.
Yeah, I was kind of awake for a bit as well. This one was keeping me up, and popping out of his coat is Ruth, the little river otter.
Oh my God.
This here's Ruth. Seems like she wants to join us for a little bit.
That is a whole otter.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
They look adorable, but they don't sound adorable.
No, you'd be real surprised at how horrible they sound. That's what was keeping me up all night.
It's really demonic sounding.
I feel like it's got like a hairball or something.
Maybe.
Well, very nice to meet you, Ruth.
It kind of sounds like a full-grown man making noises.
Man, no man would ever sound like that. That's crazy.
Well,
That would just be so embarrassing for the man.
Guys, we add all that in post. I think with that, we get a scene of you guys packing up the camp, and we see you gathering what little belongings you have right now. And out of just the edge of your hearing, you just hear the quiet plucking of fiddle strings. But this time, it has a little bit more of a tune to it.
Is this just me or is this everybody?
It's just you.
And it's, again, not in any particular direction.
If you focus on it, it becomes harder to hear.
Great. I think how that plays then is, I think she starts absentmindedly humming to it. I don't even think she kind of realizes unless somebody were to point it out.
Mm-hmm. And I think we see you all outside of the forest. Massive marshland, lush green with patches of phragmites and sugar pines, rivers snaking through all over the place, creating a pockmarked landscape of beauty and mystery laid out before you, wind tearing across, showing these beautiful waves in the reed as the light catches off the side of them, creating a myriad landscape before you. And you would know, no roll needed, that Willow's Grove would be east of you because you're on the western side of the island. You have enough of an idea of the geography here, especially John would know. To get to Willow's Grove, which is the only town on the island, you would need to go west. However, northeast of you, and you can just make it out in the distance, is the lighthouse. And even in the daytime, you can see that the light is still running and moving in a circle. And over the landscape, you can see that there is something like a white mound next to it that reaches up maybe a quarter of the length of the lighthouse. And there's something calling to you there, a feeling in your gut of, we should go there for all of you. But Chet, you instead get that feeling, but you also hear on top of it a slight humming, almost a whistle being carried out on that gut feeling across the marsh. It's on the wind as it blows towards you.
I don't know. Do you think we could maybe get a signal out from the lighthouse to Smith Island?
Well, sure, that's what it's for. It might be our only way off.
Yeah, maybe somebody can send us a boat or something like that. Although, we still have yet to find Marcus.
Who's Marcus? I thought we were here for Willie.
Marcus is who we were originally here to come get. At least Chet, Elmer, and I.
Oh. Well, I can probably guess what Marcus is. And I don't want to join him.
To be honest, my guess is about the same, although I hope not.
Well, Miss Turner, it seems you've managed to beat the odds. Maybe Mr. Long is in the same boat.
Well, perhaps. It is possible. I suppose. I mean, I thought Elmer and Chet would be dead as well, and here we are, all fine.
Yeah. The night that things went south, did you see a girl there? White dress, hair like seagrass.
Yeah.
Yes.
Interesting.
She was, I don't know. She had some kind of connection to the beast that dragged us under.
I see. Very interesting.
She was fuzzy memory of exactly what she looked like, but she had black and orange lips. It was very interesting, and eyes that were just so large and beautiful.
Have you ever heard the term genius loci?
Me personally, no.
It's a Roman term. Basically, it's a protective spirit that inhabits a place. I'm getting a sense that that girl and whatever creature that she's connected with are some sort of protector of the island.
A good protector or a bad protector? Because there was this mean old man who just kind of reached his hand into her head, and then she attacked us and killed your son.
For them, I think neither. I think they're more so a force of nature. The man, who I was told is named James Theach, seems to be having some kind of influence over them. I'm not sure what allows him to. However, that's what she told me.
And where are you? Wait, you talked to her?
You talked to her?
Yes, this morning her and I had a little conversation.
Why didn't you wake anyone up?
To just look at you and say, hey, there's a girl here, go back to bed. It seemed unimportant. I'd rather you all be in top form, physically and mentally.
I hate to break it to you, but we didn't sleep much either anyway, but regardless of you waking us up or not, this is important information that you could have shared before we left the forest.
That is true. I think I was still processing it myself.
I think any information about this place is well worthy of sharing.
Well, that's why I share it now.
Well, everything is supposed to be normal, right, Laura? So
I didn't say everything here is normal, but everything here is explainable, Elmer.
yeah, everything's always explainable if you're open to what the explanation is. Sure. But you seem pretty closed off about that, so we best make our way to this lighthouse then.
They're getting catty.
And with that fun little exchange, you all make your way across the marsh, which proves more difficult than you would think it would be. So immediately, I want everyone to make me a difficulty, we'll call it 3 athletics check, just simply crossing the marsh.
I should be able to ease that with my one of my special abilities, which is just Wilderness
Absolutely.
Explorer.
What a quinky-dink, I have that too.
Yeah, look at that.
Wonderful.
So that eases it to 3, so...
Eases
No, it just says we
No,
ignore any
eases it to
penalties.
2. It was just a
Oh,
difficulty
we just
3.
ignore... We're just ignoring penalties, though, so does that...
Oh, great. Oh, then, well, I mean, still roll, see how you do.
Okay.
Might change it just narratively, but yeah, you won't receive, you know, the stuff.
I got a 15.
You got a 15. Wonderful.
Me too.
Me 3.
Whoa.
Look at
John?
us.
How'd you do?
I like to use a trained skill.
Okay.
It's seeing through deception.
No deception. It's
That
just
tricky
the
ass marsh.
The marsh is deceptive. I will
That
hear
is
nothing
true.
else.
It was more difficult than we thought it would be. That's deception right there.
Yeah, there's a scene where a bunch of reeds try and trick you with, 3-card Monty, and you see right through that, and you get all your money back.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I meant this as like a tier 3 see through deception. I see through God's deception.
No.
See through
All right, roll
God's
as normal.
lies.
Roll
You
as
see straight
normal.
through the mud.
I see you, Sky.
All right,
no
and
good.
Chet,
Cowardly.
I got a 14.
you got 14. So did everyone pass?
I got a 12.
Yeah.
I think so.
You got 12?
Well, me.
All right. Wow. Great rolls from everybody. All right. So everybody's just going to take 2 off of their might versus 5. Other than Elmer and Vernon. They are experts
us.
at traversing the wilderness. Razor grasses falling into pockets of water, twisting your ankles. There is a myriad of challenges crossing this marsh. There's a reason why people didn't hike across these, but they rafted and rivered through these areas. It is
Dang.
hard to hike in a marsh without...
That sucks for you guys. I think Sky cut out when he said John's name was also exempt.
I did not.
Oh, you did? Are you sure you don't want to?
You take 2 might damage.
All right.
We find you guys now pushing through some Phragmites, a patch that would take you far too long to go around, so opted to go through them. These tall 9-foot reeds tower over you and at times make it almost impossible to see each other. They are so dense and claustrophobic and packed around you, and the reeds cut up into your shoes down below where shorter ones that weren't as strong as the taller ones died off, leaving behind almost spikes. Who would be in front? Who's leading the way? I assume it would be Elmer or Vernon.
I think Elmer kind of was the one to first end that previous conversation, so he might be leading the way here.
Yeah. You stumble into a small clearing that has been made. Reeds knocked down, creating a flat and semi-stable surface. As you stumble into this clearing about maybe 10, 20 feet around. And the first thing that hits you is the smell of blood in the air. And the smell of something that has freshly died. You look quickly across the clearing and you see 3 people wide-eyed looking back at you. They are normal-looking people. We'll say, one of them a woman, 2 of them men, various in appearance, all relatively young looking, maybe, mid-20s, early 30s. They wear dirty overalls and fairly normal clothing for the time, but dirty and stained from the water. And you all stumble out into this clearing, and you can see each other from across the way. And at their feet is a freshly killed deer. Could everyone give me perception of some kind or insight?
Can I use sensing danger for this perception check?
Oh, yes, you can.
Well, I'm just trained in perception.
So we're going to say this is a difficulty... We're going to say this is difficulty 5.
Okay.
So it's a 4 for me.
I'm
Okay.
trained in identifying?
That would be for cryptids for ciphers and identifying magic and things like that. I don't think that would be quite noticing.
Can I use Ruth to help me reduce this as well? As an extra set of eyes?
do you have some way of communicating with your otter? That's
So let me
more than
pull up
just
the critter
weird
companion
noises?
specifically.
Yeah.
Because again, it is a thing that's supposed to give me stuff. Like it's
While
not
you
just
pull
supposed
that
to be
up,
a friend.
let's hear from everyone else. Laura, did you pass? Fail.
I got a 2.
You got 2. John, how'd you do?
Did we do another roll?
Yes. We're
I missed that.
perception, insight, anything to like get a read on these people.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. So I do need to add my seeing through deception again.
Yep. I'd say you're seeing through deception.
All right, then I add 2 to that.
So you have so you reduce that by 2.
Oh, okay.
So now you're rolling with a difficulty of 3.
Oh, nice. I got a natural 20.
Hell
Oh my god. That is incredible in this
I
moment.
mean, I just succeed, right?
how did-
It doesn't have to be crazy.
It's crazy.
that
All right.
you get a major boon from that, basically.
Oh.
Vernon,
I'm getting boomed.
Chet, we might as well still ask, how'd you guys do?
So I have a couple things that might ease it, but it's up to you.
Okay.
Because
Run
I
me
have
through them, rapid
perception,
fire.
which is
Yeah,
fine and
easy by
dandy.
1.
Peacefully opening communications with strangers.
Unless you start talking to them, right now you're just using your eyes, so no.
Okay. Discerning others' true motives.
Yes, easy by another 1.
Okay. Groovy. So now it's a 3, right?
Yep, it's a 3, difficulty 9. Chet, how'd you do?
I am unable to notice danger, so I didn't
That's
roll.
right. All right, no roll from you. Too funny. Vernon,
9.
9. Okay, you succeed. Elmer, how'd you do?
So with the critter companion, it basically just gives stuff that it does in combat.
Okay.
It doesn't give
So no,
anything else.
He won't
Okay.
be able to help you here.
I did get a 14, easing it by 1 from sensing danger, so that would
So-
put me at a 4. So I succeed.
Yep. Perfect. Okay, so Elmer and Vernon, you notice a couple of different things here. 1, they have no shoes on. 2, they have no weapons or rifles or bow and arrow, crossbow, anything for hunting deer. 3, their hair is relatively dirty, and one of them has blood stains on him, you would assume from the animal. The other 2 do not. Laura and Chet, you both failed, right? Yeah. So, John, let's talk about what you notice. You stumble out and you look across. You notice all the things that they notice right off the bat. You also notice that the man on the ground's guts are completely outside of his body. And he has scars around his wrists.
They don't notice that?
They all see a deer. You see a man on the ground.
Oh, shit!
Oh!
There are scars around his wrists from where manacles would have been placed. And you clock a brand of a moon on his neck. And he has been completely torn asunder.
Like a crescent moon?
Like a crescent moon, yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Well, howdy there, strangers. I'm Chet. Nice to meet you.
One of them coughs. It's just like, oh shit. Howdy, folks. What brings you what brings you out here?
Oh, finally someone to talk to.
Oh, we're just wandering around. Got lost in the woods. Looks like we caught you on a hunting trip. Looks like a mighty fine deer you got there.
I'm going to slowly reach my hand and just put it on Chet's shoulder and grip it a little bit tightly.
Too funny. John, you notice the 2 behind that guy who spoke, who is older, or not, maybe mid-30s. He's the one with blood on him. Short cropped hair, dark skin. You notice that he has yellow eyes to him as well. But you notice the 2 behind him, a woman with red hair and light skin and a young white man behind him. Those 2 are you hear the woman go, "Oh, fuck, are those them?" Meanwhile, the guy in front slowly stands up and starts to take a step forward towards you guys.
I'm sorry. Oh my god.
What?
Oh, what the hell
John, are
is
you
that?
alright?
What?
Oh, what the fuck is that? Oh my god. Oh, I'm so
What?
sorry. I didn't mean to curse in front of you. Oh my god.
What is
oh,
what?
shit. Oh shit.
it's a
Get
deer.
away from me. Get away from me.
Their eyes go wide with the realization that you can see through the illusion that they have set forth, and you all watch as the guy in front, he throws his arms down, and you watch as his skin starts to split all the way down his arms and tearing out of his chest as if replacing where he was. A terrible wolf gnaws and gashes out. He is mangy and missing fur. He looks diseased, eyes yellow. And the two behind him do the same, but they are like halfway between a wolf and a person. Patches of them have fur, again, gripping away. Those two behind them grip at their bodies, and as if they're just removing a jacket, tear their skin off in a sickening display. And we are going to roll for initiative.
Can I can I add sense danger to this for the initiative?
Of course you can.
Amazing.
All right, this is going to be a challenge 3 initiative roll. So if you can ease it, do it yourself. I just want to know if you roll over or under. I trust you all, unless you have something that's super niche. But I trust you all to do it. Let's just do the initiative real fast.
Okay.
That's over for Elmer.
Let's
Natural 20.
Oh!
Wow.
What am I supposed
You're
to
gonna get an
roll
extra
over?
action on your turn.
Difficulty
I believe.
3.
Yeah, what's my
Okay.
boon?
So
Are you
none.
finally
I'm
going to give me
over.
a cipher?
Cipher, please.
Cipher, please.
Safer,
Yeah,
please.
a rock flies through the air and hits you in the head. And you
Experience,
get a meteorite
please.
from another world.
The rock of hitting things. The most powerful cipher in the game.
So hold on. We started this campaign. You were like, "Hey guys, remember to remind me about ciphers."
You got something better than a cipher. And also, who knows? Maybe you're going to get ciphers out of this encounter.
I haven't used
Maybe.
a single cipher. I should do that at some point.
If
I
we
haven't gotten a
survive-
single cipher.
Used mine before the game started.
That's true. All right.
You asked to die. That's your
okay.
call.
Let's do some initiative here. Elmer, how'd you do?
Over.
Laura,
Over.
John,
Over.
over.
I think so.
Vernon?
Over. Very much over.
Oh, yeah, you got a natural 20.
Mm-hmm.
And Chet.
I am unable to initiative.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right. Chet, no matter what, you go second. Okay, that means 4 of you are going to go first, and 1 of you is going to be able to do an extra action. They are within immediate range of you. So movement is not going to cost you any sort of action to get up into melee. They are about 15 feet away from you right now across this little area. As well as the illusion has dropped, and you all can see the man on the ground now.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
All right, Vernon, you got the natural 20. Should we start with you?
I have a question, actually.
Hit me with
I
it.
have this fun little special ability called Easy Forgetting where I can remove up to 5 minutes of memory. Would that help us here? Even if they have
Can
already
you target?
transformed?
Okay. Does it say how long it takes to activate?
It just says remove up to 5 minutes of memory. I can look in the book for further details, but that was the.
You're
Don't
probably
worry
gonna
about
need
it.
to look in the
Okay,
book.
then. All of that happened in under 5 minutes,
Yeah,
which is crazy.
that's exactly
This-
why I'm like.
This feels busted. Let's look that up in the book real fast. What's it
I
called
know.
again?
I know we're.
What's it
I know we're
called?
adding to time here.
What's
It's
the
called,
title of the book?
Yeah, it is. It
Easy
is called
forgetting.
Easy
It's an
Forgetting.
action. That's it. That's all it takes. Is one action.
Oh my god, yeah. So in the system, I mean, you guys are meant to feel powerful.
You have to touch a creature and say the proper words, though.
So it only
Oh.
affects one of them.
Okay. I don't think that'll apply here because I think we'll figure out that
It could knock one of them.
it's
It could knock one of them out of initiative for a turn if
that
it
is
works.
true. Yeah, then
Do it.
I'll go for it. I think the way this plays out though is literally like an instinctual thing coming from within. She's kind of acting without her own mind as she, for some reason, as opposed to running away, runs up to the one in the front and touches it on the chest and says, "Drown." And I push my hand into his chest and release this energy that is just happening again without her frontal awareness of all of this.
You feel something on your face crack in that moment, but you can't look at it, and your back is to everyone as you rush forward. Touch him. Is there a roll involved with this?
It's just 3 points of intellect to cast it.
With a successful intellect roll.
Oh, okay, that's what it is.
Okay, so you're gonna roll an
is it
intellect
difficult
roll.
3?
It is difficulty 3.
Okay. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's pretty good. That's a 12 on the die.
That's 12 on the die. Which one were you affecting? One of the two in the back or the full werewolf?
Probably the one in the front, the full
Yeah, the full werewolf. The full werewolf.
Yeah, again, it's without her control.
You press your palm to his chest and just go, "Drown," in this like deep voice that you don't know where it comes from, and you feel something on your face crack. And his eyes roll back in his head, and brackish water spills from his lips as he stumbles back and looks confused for the moment.
Yeah, she literally like starts like she's standing in front of him.
I'm gonna be real. As long as no one does damage to him, he is out of initiative for at least the next turn.
Great. Do I have time to retract, or am I just standing there? I think
You're
I'm just standing there.
You're just up
I'm
in front
standing
now.
there.
Okay then. Elmer, John, Vernon.
Can I do my extra action?
Hell yeah, you can.
I guess kind of clocking what's going on somehow. I'm just gonna turn to the group of werewolves in front of you, like, no, we're not looking to cause any trouble. I mean,
Classic diplomacy.
Daddy,
come on,
Daddy, chill.
let's all sit.
Let's all sit. Oof, bad choice of words.
Oof.
The second time Andrews used that bad choice of words specifically.
So, what are you attempting here? A persuasion check, or is this an ability?
Basically,
am I right?
well, I am trained in peacefully opening communications with strangers, pleasant social interactions, and I'm basically just be like, okay, you're werewolves, so what? Let's calm down. I'm also trained in the nature of the beast.
They seem to have recognized you. So already trying to get them, they have wolfed out. So already trying to get them to calm down would have been hindered by 1. So that would go up to a 4. But opening peaceful communications will bring it down by 1. So go ahead and roll challenge rating 3.
And now with my nature of the beast being an enabler, does that bring it down as well?
Oh yeah, you could talk to, I mean, does that apply to sentient things or like unsentient monsters? Could you read it again for me?
I am trained in the lore of flesh-eating non-humanoid creatures, recognizing them, knowing their weaknesses, and knowing their habits and behaviors.
These are humanoid creatures.
They're humanoid creatures.
Yeah.
Okay, so that I probably can't do from the get-go then.
So go ahead and roll a 9 or above.
9 or above, hell yeah, dude. 9, baby!
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh.
All right. Yes, and. You see the 2 in the back line? I'm gonna say the woman kind of like stops and like looks confused at you as And it's also adding to the confusion that the one who's clearly the leader here just stumbled back and threw up brackish water, and his eyes are just cast in a glaze upward. And now you're just being like, why don't we all calm down? So I'm going to say she is also knocked out of initiative for a turn. The other guy, though, is not affected.
Okay. Well, that's my extra action.
Okay, so your next action.
Seeing the easing of body language on the other two, I'll turn to the young gentleman.
Come on, now's not the time for fighting.
Oh my god.
Let's just have a nice conversation. My name is Vernon. These are my friends here. We're not here to make any waves.
Laura's cowering.
All right. Roll again. Difficulty 3, so roll above a 9.
Above a 9, you said?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, God, is there anything else I can do
You
to
can ease it. You can spend points from your pool.
You can
Probably
cheese
intellect.
You are supposed to declare that before you
Oh,
roll.
you
I
gotta
have to
declare it ahead
declare
of
it?
time. That makes
Yeah.
more sense. Anyway.
That
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Well, you already
Would
rolled,
you have
kid.
eased it? Do you think you would have done it?
Yes, I
Okay,
forgot
then.
about that
All
rule
right.
actually.
So then you succeed?
Because it was an 8.
Oh my god. Yeah, he's like, get ready to attack Laura, and you just are like, now hold on a second. Like, and he's just like, are we gonna kill these guys or not? Like, and looks and sees both of his compatriots have also held up and is now knocked out of initiative. If you guys would like to leave initiative for 10 seconds to go do something, you can, or we can continue with initiative. But you basically now have a free round. If you attack any of them, though, they will be knocked back into initiative.
Understandably.
Other than, yeah, no, if you attack any of them, they will be knocked back in.
Look, there's been enough needless bloodshed recently. I don't want to see anyone else hurt.
This isn't gonna last, though, is it?
You would make a strong guess that no, this is not going to last.
But we can certainly try.
Oh my god.
Oh God!
I mean, I don't know what to do at this point because
Yeah.
like I don't can I make some kind of insight roll to understand? Well, I can't understand magic. I have an inability in that, so I can't tell what the fuck Laura did. The other two, they seem to just be kind of hesitating in this, right?
They're hesitating. That's basically what Vernon has done to them right now.
And hesitation speaks volumes.
Yeah. You know what? I'm just going to go and say you can get the jump on him now. You would be able to attack the big guy, I think, because you used an ability that cost all those points. He is stunned effectively for his turn. The other two are not stunned, they're just confused. So if you attack either of them, they're back in the initiative. If you attack the big guy, you know, he's not going to get back into initiative till next turn.
I'm still like, I feel like I'm in this weird place where, like, Elmer doesn't know that this isn't necessarily going to last, right? It seems like Vernon's talking them down. So I think at this point, with Elmer's hand already gripped on Chet's shoulder, he's going to move him back as the person who is unaware of this situation at all. He's going to move Chet behind him. And he's going to draw his bow and aim it ready to fire, but he's trusting that Vernon has this under control, I guess. And Ruth is just going to, through the reeds, kind of make her way around to the other side of them.
Okay. All right. So you're going to do a prepared action. What will be the trigger on this?
If any of them look like they are going to swipe and attack.
Okay. All right. Then it is John's turn.
My turn. Yeah, I'd like to use my ability Understanding, and I'm going to spend 2 intellect points to activate that.
Okay, what does
I'm going to
understanding give you?
observe or study a creature, object, or location for at least one round. The next time you interact with it, possibly in the following round, A related task, such as persuading the creature attacking it or defending from its attack, is eased.
Great. Okay. You use that ability. You study these wolves. You see their claws. You see their fangs. You see how they are positioned. You see how they are easily confused by people's words. And it is now their turn. The lead wolf there stumbles slightly and seems to cough up and looks confused and tries to shake out of it a little bit, but cannot. The other two look at him, look at you all. And one of them says, the young man, he's like, yeah, you three, you were from the docks the other night. How the fuck are you alive?
Oh, so that was on purpose. What? Divine intervention?
Well, you might have survived that, but you're not gonna fucking survive this.
Well, we don't have to fight. We don't have to fight.
It is Chet's turn.
Oh, Elmer, why are you pushing me back? Oh my God, they're werewolves! Guys, they're all werewolves! That's not a deer, that's a man!
You were just looking at a ladybug on a fragmite, and then turned your head to see the wolf out.
Is that still? Do you prefer lichens, werewolf, lycanthrope?
I think they prefer to have us for dinner.
Yeah, you're goddamn right.
Offensive.
No, he literally
true,
just said I was right.
Yeah, man, I'm gonna pull your stomach out and eat it.
Why?
That's rude.
Well, why would you start with the
What
stomach?
does that accomplish?
I don't have to answer to you guys. It doesn't need to make sense. It's supposed to be scary.
Well, I'm sorry. I just wanted to know.
I once
Chet,
saw
what
a
would
man
you
get
like to
pulled
do
inside
with
out.
your turn?
Chet is gonna grab a couple of vials and start mixing them, throw a couple berries in there, shake it all up, and just turn to Elmer. Elmer, don't drink this or lick your arrowhead, whatever. And I'm gonna pour it on his arrows as I use create deadly poison.
Oh, wow.
1 dose of a level 2 herbal poison that inflicts 5 points of damage.
Whoa!
Apply this poison to a weapon, food, or drink as part of the action of creating it.
Wow.
That is amazing. Is it a one-time use?
It's just one of my special abilities.
Well, I'm just asking,
I think the poison is one-time use, yeah. I would
Okay,
assume
so
it
it's
would
on
be
one
like I
arrow.
put that on one arrow, yeah.
Yeah, gotcha.
Does it say on an arrow or arrows?
It says weapon, so
It says weapon.
theoretic, but it could just be for one attack. Is my question.
Oh, okay.
See,
then.
in this video game, you put it on the bow, and then every arrow fired from the
there you
bow.
go.
Just
Yeah.
pour it down the
Put it
quiver.
on the
All right, it must just
That would
be
sit in the
on
pool.
the one swing of it then, or the one firing of the arrow.
Swing the bow.
You swing the bow. Hey, man, God of War, they do it. Okay, that brings us to the top of initiative.
Elmer's gonna fire.
Okay, Elmer's just going to fire his arrow.
Yep.
We watch as you pull back on the string. It is dripping with poison as it lances across just the 15 feet, heading straight for which wolf?
Probably the lead one.
The lead one? For the lead one, we're going to see you all next week.
Wait, what? No, come on! I didn't even roll the hit
You
yet.
guys are such brats. You guys are such brats.
Why couldn't we talk to him?
Because they hate us and are trying to kill us, Andrew.
Yes. We could have continued to talk him down. It's
No.
It wasn't gonna work.
He said he was gonna eat our stomachs.
I stand by what Andrew did. No one took any damage. That's huge. that is
But
massive.
also, we would have had at least 3 attacks in there.
But you guys did preparation. John did preparation. Chet did preparation.
That's fair.
I'm Andrew's lawyer right now. My client did nothing wrong.
Threw myself to the wolves, literally.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did.
All right, let's start. Does anybody have anything they would like to plug? Why don't we start with our special guest and popcorn it around?
Before we get into our regular plugs here, we got a quick word from our friends over at Fantasy Pants.
Welcome to Fantasy Pants, an actual play RPG podcast.
The network won't like me saying this, but damn it, the Tythos tragedy was the result of nothing natural. It was an act of deliberate terrorism. We don't know anything except that we are hurt and we are scared. But as always, I choose to believe in the power of our luminaries. I will put my faith in the best of all worlds when we must face the storm again.
A beacon of light. That's our role.
Then shine.
What are you doing? What are you talking about?
I think you're so much fucking better than me, don't you?
You are weak.
Take him!
Zebulon, you have to remember. You have to remember. Look at the toy. Look at the toy, Zebulon.
It's just the beginning, isn't it?
Monster! Monster!
Can I take your hand? Roll for initiative.
These lights, they don't burn out at night.
Did you crit your pants?
Are you
I
kidding
crit my
me?
pants. Oh, I can smell it. I crit my pants. Those cozy fucking beds at the pale moonlight.
They're incredible. You
Fuck that place.
Stop it, it's cool.
It's not cool.
You're fucking so dead.
Wait, was that? Did you come up with that?
Shut up. I like it.
Dude, this is the most wild fucking fight. You say shut up. Jason Taylor is now shut.
Shirts are off.
You
Shirts are
lights. They'll give us freedom from the dark around us.
That's me. What's up, internet? I am the special guest. I am Nate. Nice to meet you. I guess we're not meeting. This is the 5th episode. And I don't know who you are. But if you want to see more of me, check out Escape the Dungeon podcast. Or if you like streams, check out Starcrawl RPG. I don't know if I'm currently in anything when this releases, but I'm there a lot. Also Roll D5. They're cool. Bye. Popcorn Seth.
Hi. It's not a question of where wolves, it's a question of when wolves, and the wolves will be next week. But you don't have to wait that long to leave us a review.
Hey.
Right on Apple
smooth.
Podcasts or Spotify. Or you could email us at rpgesters@gmail.com.
Woo!
There's a website. There's a shop with cool stuff in it. You could peruse that. Add something to your cart. Forget about it for like a month. Then revisit the site and be like, oh, there's something in my cart. Oh, what? Oh, look at this lovely shirt. I just got paid on Friday. Guess it's time to buy the shirt. Wow. Funny how these things turn out. Anywho, it's a soft push. Don't worry about it. Casey, why don't you plug?
You can check out my personal socials at Casey_Reardon. Also, go check out Homie and the Dude. Homie and the Dude sells TTRPG supplement books, so you can check out their stuff like Sky Zephyrs. What?
Sky Zephyrs.
Oh,
Go
God,
on.
I keep forgetting about that. Sky Zephyrs. You can also check out The Wandering Tavern, which is very Studio Ghibli-esque and everything like that. And if you use coupon code RPGesters at checkout, you can get 20% off, and we get a little bit back from that as well. So check out all of their stuff over at hatdbuilder.com. Also, we're doing a live show in July. Yes, it's July. It is going to be on Tuesday, July 22nd or 29th. So come and support us. We'll be over at Sip and Play. You can get a bunch of drinks and stuff there as you watch our show. So there's going to be a ton of audience participation and stuff in it as well. And it's going to be run by the lovely Rachel Kordell. So come see us in Brooklyn over at Sip and Play on July 29th. Popcorn to Rachel.
Hi, Hi, everyone. You know my socials, at Rachel Kordell for personal stuff. And I don't know, it's kind of become an amalgamation of everything. And Majora's Rose on Twitch for, you know, an amalgamation of also everything, but in a more video game sense. Do you guys know we have a Patreon? That's right.
I didn't.
Patreon. That's so crazy. If you guys go over there, you could totally get in on our Discord, which I know you guys want to talk about what's going on here. And here's the fun thing. We want to hear about it. So get in on our Discord from joining our Patreon for as little as $1 a month. You get access. And yeah, come chat with us about all your thoughts. I was going to say like dirty thoughts, but you know, everyone, you know, always comes at me for making innuendos that I don't
Discord.
RPGs just after dark.
It's dirty because it's the swamp. Anyway, yeah, come check out our Patreon. Come chat with us. Come get all of the exclusives, like our game dev interviews, as well as our talkbacks, where if you want more information and more tea on these sessions, you're gonna find it over there. But yeah, join our Patreon and come say hi. All right.
Yeah, we salute our patriots.
Yeah.
God bless the USA.
Yeah, just the Patreon.
Hey, Chris. No, not you, Christine. You.
Definitely
Chris.
not Christine.
Thanks for
Yeah, not
listening.
him.
I know things have been really busy recently.
Yeah.
You know, job's been
Are
kind of
we
hectic.
back to him just mentioning
I
random
really
listeners?
appreciate you taking time out of your day to listen to this episode.
Let him cook.
We all appreciate it.
Cook.
And now you have to appreciate you. Because the episode's over.
Leave us a review. Blah 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hey, you don't know this,